Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to give you your March 2016 general reading. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot deck, drawing 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week, with an additional card as your overall theme and general feeling of the month, your crowning card. As I always say, these are general readings, so if they don't apply or resonate the same with everyone who watches, I suggest you check your rising and your moon sign as well. Thank you to those of you who continue to watch and listen and subscribe to my channel. I would not be here were it not for you. I do appreciate so much all the feedback and comments that you make, both on the channel itself and through email. Please keep them coming. I do enjoy reading them, and I do read each and every one of them, even though I don't always have the time to personally respond, but I do appreciate them very much. Thank you for that. And thank you to those of you who continue to reach out for personal readings. It is always an honor and a pleasure to read for you. I remember each and every one of you. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity for that. And for those of you who are interested in personal one-on-one readings, you can click on the About sign on my channel's homepage, and you can also email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. So let's get right into this. This reading is for Cancer for March 2016. Cancer, the crab, March 2016. What does March hold for the crabs? Lovely, emotionally deep, watery crabs. What does the month of March 2016 hold for you? Cancer, March 2016. Okay. We begin the month with the Knight of Cups, followed by the World card, the Ace of Cups, followed by the Devil card, the Four of Swords, followed by the Nine of Swords, and the Death card, followed by the Strength card. And as your overall theme and general feeling of the month, the card from the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. So let's take a look, Cancer. Okay, let's begin. So we start the month off with the Knight of Cups, followed by the World card. So the Knight of Cups. Cups is the element of water, and Cups is a suit that points towards our emotions, our emotional landscape, both inside and outside. Cups is also a suit that points towards love, relationships, how we relate to ourselves, to the people around us, to the world in general. And the Knight of Cups, Knights represent the bringers of the tarot deck. They also represent a person or a situation coming in with a fair amount of speed and bringing something to us, and typically it's something for the greater good. The Knight of Cups would be a very romantic, sort of dreamy individual. This is the suit of cups after all, and this can represent an actual individual coming into your life. Cancer, this can also resonate as you, as it is a water sign, which is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Now, for some of you, this is going to represent someone new coming into your sphere. Again, in the second week, we have the coupling of the Ace of Cups and the Devil, and the Ace of Cups representing new love and new emotional beginnings. So this is going to resonate differently depending on which Cancers are watching. For some of you, this is going to represent a new person coming into your sphere, a new romantic person coming into your sphere, and they actually end up making you feel as if you're on the top of the world, basically. This could also represent, for some of you, there is a cautionary bit of advice with this. The Knight of Cups can also come in and literally sweep you off your feet. This can represent a relationship either that's coming in as new or an already established relationship, although I do feel kind of a newish energy about this. This could be somebody that you just recently got involved with, someone that you just recently started dating. But it feels like it comes in very rapidly, and it's very emotional, very romantic, very dreamy, is sort of sweeping you off your feet. This could be somebody also as well that's coming into, I feel sort of like this person is bringing an energy with them that's going to be one that's actually assisting you through something, or that this individual, this energy is going to be very profound and significant in helping you get through a difficult period in your life. And it's going to help bring you a sense of achievement and triumph over something. And the rest of these cards will play out as we go through them to bolster that message. But the Knight of Cups is accompanied by the World card, which is a beautiful major arcana card. And this is a card of triumph, success, and achievement over something. The analogy that I always use to describe the World card, Cancer, is having climbed to the top of a mountain and you've reached the pinnacle of that mountain. And it's not to say that there aren't other mountains to climb. There are. This is life. There's always mountains to climb. But for some reason, this particular mountain has had particular significance for you. And the World card, the feeling around the World card, the energies are being at the top of that mountain and looking back down over it and looking at everything that it's cost you to get to where you are now. The road that you traveled, everything that you put into it so far. You can look down and say, oh, there's that place where I fell down and skinned my knee, or oh, there's that place where I broke my leg. There's that place where I got really discouraged and I almost gave up, but I didn't. I kept moving. You've reached the top of this mountain. It's been a real struggle, a real challenge, and you've reached the top of this particular mountain, and it's that sense of achievement, that sense of inner fulfillment and inner confidence and empowerment that nobody else is actually able to take away from you, because you're the one that's done it. You've walked this path and you've reached a certain milestone, a certain goalpost in your life that's very profound to you. And I feel like paired with this Knight of Cups, Cancer, that this place that you've gotten to, um, it's either the energies of the Knight of Cups is what has helped you attain this. And I actually feel like it's still an ongoing process for a lot of you, that this is what's actually helping you achieve this sense of triumph and this sense of continued ongoing success. And for others of you, this is going to resonate as an actual person who's actually coming in, and their presence in your life and their energies in your life somehow are helping you on the path of achieving this. Now, right next to that, we have the Ace of Cups, beautiful card, accompanied by the Devil card. Now, again, this is going to resonate differently, of course, as all readings do, depending on who watches them. For some of you, again, this is going to represent a new relationship coming in that kind of makes you feel like you're sort of at the top of the world somehow, but there's a cautionary piece of advice to you along with this new beginning, this new emotional love, that you could get really kind of swept up and addicted to that, as evidenced by the presence of the devil. But for a larger portion of you, I feel like it's those energies or this individual that's coming in and playing a significant role in your life in helping you kind of walk through this very difficult path. The Ace of Cups, again, cups being that suit of our emotions, and aces representing new beginnings, the seeds of new beginnings, the potential and promise of beautiful things to come, whether it's emotional beginnings that aren't related to a romantic sort of love or new love itself, represented by this person coming in. It's a beautiful card to have, and it also speaks, there's a very strong divine thread in this, as you can see from this large eye and the three shafts of light coming down over this beautiful upright goblet. Now, the Ace of Cups is paired with the Devil card, and the Devil card can point towards a number of things. The primary definition of it is imbalance, of things being out of whack. It can point to addictions, conventional addictions like drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping, that sort of thing. It can also point to a relationship that's out of balance, a relationship that's perhaps too obsessive, there's too much clinginess, too much neediness, or there's issues of power and control in it, it's too controlling. For some of you, again, although I think this is more of a smaller portion of you, this is going to represent a relationship that you've gotten in that initially made you feel quite good, but it really is something that threatens to kind of be very obsessive and kind of take over your whole life. So a cautionary word to the wife about that. Keep your eye out for that, and practice a little bit of balance and moderation, because it looks like for those of you for whom this resonates, this could get out of control very quickly. But I think for the larger portion of you, it represents this new emotional beginnings, this energy, specifically around this person somehow is going to be helping you through a situation you've been through that's very difficult. For some of you, it's going to represent as a person helping you through the actual addiction and recovery process. For others of you, it's just going to represent energies and a person, energies attached to that person. They're significant in your life somehow, playing a profound and helpful role, a positive role in helping you move through a period of your life which has been really out of whack, out of balance. Someone who's helping you gain a sense of restoration and balance and healing in your life, and success and triumph over something. I think that this combination of cards together for the larger portion of you, Cancer, is going to represent that this new emotional beginning, this new love, this presence, this energy that this person is bringing into your life, or the situation is bringing into your life, is really going to help you triumph over something that you've struggled with, that's been out of balance for your life. And I think for some time, and it feels like it's been really kind of a long slog for you. Now, next to that, we have the Four of Swords paired with the Nine of Swords. And again, a very beautiful message that underscores this recovery period, this difficult path that you're walking through, and the help and assistance and love that you're getting on this path. I'm getting just a lot of feeling of positive energy and love. Again, whether that's a person that's a romantic love interest in your life, someone that you have that kind of established relationship with, or someone new coming in that has a significant impact and plays a significant role in helping you through this gaining more balance and healing and peace in your life, because it really does represent um, a very calming, soothing influence, a period of your life where things that have been really out of whack coming into balance again, peace and healing. I'm getting that quite strongly, and it's going to represent a time period in your life where you're finally able to get some rest, because it's, again, I get the feeling that it's been a very long and difficult, challenging path for you, and that rest is really needed, and that these energies, these people, or this person is going to help provide that for you. We have the Four of Swords, and swords, the element is that of air, and swords is a suit that points towards our thoughts and our words, our mindset, our perspective, the way that we look at things, our reasoning, our logic. It's all about what goes on up here. And the Four of Swords is about needing a rest. It's about taking a time out and really being quite drained and quite exhausted from something, a challenge, a battle of some kind that you've been through for some time, I feel, for the majority of you. And it speaks about taking a time out, getting much needed rest, getting a break, healing, restoration. Again, a very strong theme in this. You can see from the images on this card, this man is girded for battle. He's dressed in his armor, and he's either just come from a battle or he's taking a break from a battle. But for the time being, he's not engaged. There's three swords pointing down at him, and his own is lying close by his hand should he need it. But for the time being, again, he's not engaged. He's not fighting. He's taking a time out because he's exhausted. He needs it. He's worn out. And the thing that always strikes me about this card is this man has been so tired and so exhausted that he has fallen onto his bed with all of his armor still on. And from everything that I know about the armor medieval knights used to wear, that stuff was really, really heavy. And it really goes to show how tired and how worn out and drained this man is, because he hasn't even bothered to take his armor off. He didn't even have the strength to do that. He just fell down and fell asleep. So it looks like, Cancer, whatever it is that you've been dealing with, this period of peace and restoration and healing that you're going through, these energies that have come in. Again, I feel such loving energies coming in, surrounding you, in the form of, for some of you, this is going to be people, the energy of a group of people that are present in your life that are going to be helping you, again, achieve triumph and success over something, or an actual specific individual whose relationship with you is a significant factor in bringing about healing and rest in your life and balance back to your life. For some of you, this is going to be help overcoming an addiction of some kind, a bad relationship of some kind, just a very difficult situation where you felt like you weren't in control. So the Four of Swords is paired with the Nine of Swords. Again, that's suit about our thoughts and perspective. And the Nine of Swords represents, I always feel almost like a form of mental torture. It's the staying up late at night card. Can't sleep because you're so stressed and so anxious and so worried about something. You can see that this woman is sitting up in bed from the atmosphere outside. It's very late at night. The moon has risen high in the sky, and she is sitting up and just completely consumed with stress and worry and anxiety. She's kind of hunched over and just focused completely internally. Um, and the other thing might want to point out too is that there is an owl sitting on the windowsill very close to her, almost right next to her. And owls are one of those universal symbols of wisdom. Even in the Winnie the Pooh stories, when they had a difficult question or something they needed the answer to, or they couldn't find the answer, they always sought out Mr. Owl because he was the wise one. He always had the answer. And there is a certain implication, Cancer, that whatever it is that she's been stressed out and worried about and just kind of going through this struggle with, that there's a solution and answer. There's some wisdom and insight and clarity right next to her if she would just take some of the energy off of what she's focusing on internally and look at what's right around her, because it looks to be very close. There's an answer or some kind of clarity about it very close to her. Now, the combination of these cards together, the Four of Swords and the Nine of Swords, speaks really a really heavy underscoring of whatever it is that you've been dealing with, whether it's an actual addiction, an unhealthy relationship, and one that you've struggled with and at least leading up to now haven't felt like you were very much in control of. You really need a break and a respite from this because there's been a lot of stress and anxiety. There's a sensation of circular thoughts in this Nine of Swords, things going around and around and around in your head. But again, Cancer, I really feel like this presence, there's a strong, loving presence of love, whether it's a specific person or a group of people. This new relationship, this new emotional beginning somehow is playing a significant role in helping you overcome this unhealthy, imbalanced place in your life, and that it's much, much needed because you're really worn out. It's something which has taken a great deal out of you and left you feeling quite drained. And it's going to lead, Cancer, to a complete and utter transformation of your life. Towards or at the end of March 2016, we have two beautiful major arcana cards together. We have the Death card, which represents transformation, and the Strength card, which represents strength. So the Death card represents the death of something. It's one of those cards that represents the end of a cycle, the death of a way of life, a mindset, a combination of all of those, a complete and total ending of something so that something beautiful can be reborn in its place. The death of something old so that something beautiful can be reborn. This is about transformation, rebirth, and something which completely needs to go, and something which is happening. Again, I feel like this is something you have not been able to deal with on your own, and that the presence of this person, these people, this relationship in your life has been the primary and significant thing that's helping you overcome that and put you in a place where you can gain control of your life, balance in your life, and provide you some much needed rest and healing and restoration. And that it's just everything old is going to be new. Everything old is going to be eliminated so that new things, a new way of life, you've got this beautiful Ace of Cups in the middle of your reading representing new emotional beginnings, new love, balance coming into your life. It's really quite beautiful, and an utter and complete transformation, which can be, in spite of the fact that I think it's definitely for your greater good and is going to bring back a sense of wholeness and healing and restoration and balance to your life. Can be, transformations can be sometimes uncomfortable and scary and overwhelming. But I think this one is going to come as a welcome change for you, and I think that you're ready, Cancer, to deal with this, and you have plenty of love and help and support around you. And it's going to require strength, and strength is actually what you're going to gain from it too, as well. That gentle, kind of grounded sort of strength, which is what is represented in the beautiful Major Arcana card of strength. And the presence of these two Major Arcana cards, Major Arcana cards I'm fond of calling the fingers of the divine. They represent that energy. And the presence of a Major Arcana card in a reading signifies something very important, very profound, and of huge significance. And the two of them together, particularly these two, death and strength, means that this is something huge. It's really an utter and complete transformation of your life. it's going to both require strength, which you have, and it's going to give strength to you as well. That gentle, grounded sort of strength. You can see that the woman on this card has tamed the savage beast, so to speak, and I really feel a strong connection uh, between what this beast represents and that devil card, this thing that you're in the process of overcoming, that it looks like you've gotten this support and love to help overcome this, that's made all the difference in helping you achieve success and triumph over this. And it also represents coming to a place of self-acceptance and self-empowerment and self-love. She has, this beast is changed. There's a chain around his neck that she's holding, but it's hanging very loosely. It's almost as if he doesn't even notice it's there, and it's just pretty much dangling from her hand. You have made peace with this beast, peace with this demon. You've learned how to, you've come to grips with it. You've come to terms with it. You've reached a point of mastery and control over it. And it's what's bringing about that balance in your life. And again, you haven't done it alone. There's been looks like a pretty good support system around you. And one person in particular, I think, that's played a huge role in kind of being your back and providing you that support on this path. But you've done the majority of work, and you're doing the majority of work yourself. So good for you, Cancer. You reach a point, and it's just completely transformative, where you have reached mastery of this, mastery of this issue, and of yourself, and self-acceptance, and that quiet kind of confident self-empowerment that comes from having gone through and triumphed over something in your life that you previously didn't have control over. And it's beautifully underscored by your crowning card, which is the King of Cups, which makes 1, 2, 3 cup cards in this. A fair amount of emotion involved in this, and emotions is what I think part of what you end up having control with at the end of the day. That beautiful self-acceptance that's come from this transformation that you've gone through, that you're undergoing during the month of March. Even though I feel like it's something that began some time ago. Kings and queens do represent individuals or energies about reaching the mastery of something, the mastery of their particular suit. And in this case, it's the suit of cups, which is about balance. It's about balance within your emotions, not being controlled by your emotions, not being led and emotionally unstable, as evidenced by this devil card, which represents significant and profound imbalance in your life. It's about reaching a point of self-acceptance, control over yourself, mastery over your emotions, so you're not, buffeted by the winds of fortune. In other tarot decks, I've seen this King of Cups on his throne in the middle of a bunch of stormy seas while everything's very turbulent and choppy around him, but he's sitting in his throne just completely calm, completely at peace, as if everything else was very serene. It represents reaching that point where you have mastery over that, your emotions, and yourself, regardless of what your outside environment is, which is also beautifully upheld by the Strength card too. The self-acceptance and control and mastery over the situation. It's a complete transformation of yourself on a variety of aspects, and it just represents a whole new beginning for you, Cancer, a whole new beginning, emotional beginning, and it's really supported and cradled by love. So it feels kind of intense and dramatic, but also very, very good, Cancer. So I hope this reading has resonated for you. If it has and you feel comfortable, please share with me how. I do enjoy reading that feedback. And for those of you for whom it didn't, again, you may want to check your rising and your moon sign as well if this didn't resonate for you personally. And for those of you, again, who are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the About sign on my channel for more information. And you can email me directly at maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. And I will see you again in a couple of weeks for the March mid-month readings. And until then, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life, Cancer. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.